fuck it. Here we go. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Paper Bag Club podcast. My name's Aliyes. With me, as always, is Richard Knox.
Ayo.
And today we have a special guest, one that's returning from a short little break. Why don't you come on down?
Guys.
Melonice.
Give me some applause.
What we call him in the first episode?
Melonhead.
Melonhead.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Melonhead. Cool.
I don't know anyone else that would have been.
Yeah. I'm sure we can make it up.
Missed you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too. It's
Feel
been a wild
complete.
trip.
Yeah, it's been a wild one.
Yeah, a little while. So what's it been, about 2-3 months? Something like that?
About 3.
It's crazy. Flew by. But I know we were just talking about that. If we were on schedule every week, we would have done about those 10 to 12 episodes.
Without you. And then here we are. Reunited and it feels so good.
Yeah, it feels really good on this end for sure.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Good. Now you have something to show everyone when you go back.
For sure.
Back to therapy.
Like I haven't shown this already.
So what's it like?
It is quite the same almost.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
It's pretty lonely, guys. I mean, I'm out there working. No, it's great. It's fun. It's the big city life that everybody thinks about when you move out to a big city. But at the same time, it's like I miss you guys so much. So much.
Yeah, I know when we first started, whatever episodes we were doing, we were like cranking out like an hour, almost an hour and a half every time. Now we're like kind of struggling to hit that 30 on some episodes.
Yeah, I think we're only struggling sometimes because we're struggling to fit what we want to say in the 30 minutes, so we tend not to start rambling.
Or you're missing the guy who hijacks the conversation every single time.
Maybe, and that just extends it.
No.
That could be it.
Maybe, I don't know. We had Cameron on and
Oof.
right.
Love you, Cameron.
Well, we lost all the video for that, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the audio. We
Yeah.
uploaded just the audio.
I was mad about it. Yeah, we did our Halloween episode. That was an hour long. We got all dressed up and everything, and I recorded them because we do them separate. And I think I deleted the audio for that one.
Oof.
And then with Cameron's, I deleted the video. I was like,
I was like, we'll turn the Halloween episode black and white, and we'll try to read the
Caption
lips
or
and
whatever.
closed caption it, so it seems like old school horror.
That was probably the hardest one to watch.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the hardest one to watch because I just remember how like excited we were, or excited you guys were. Everybody was because like we love Halloween.
And we dressed up too.
And I watched, and I was in the chat. I was talking to you
that's
guys
right.
through the whole video, and I just like it was just hard.
Yeah, no, I
It's
bet.
very hard.
I've definitely learned a lot since starting this in terms of like quality and audio and even video. So, yeah, a lot of people are like, at least people I'm like, oh, have you seen the latest episode or whatever? They're like, no, I stopped watching after the first one. It was too bad or whatever, jokingly or not. I'm like,
Right.
okay, cool. It's like The Office. Just skip the first season and
Right.
Yeah.
come back on our newest episode.
Maybe that's
and
how we
just
should have
gonna
done
sound
it.
nice.
Is made it into seasons.
I'm gonna be real with you. The latest one that I clicked on, like I told you earlier, I thought I had misclicked.
Yeah.
I thought I had clicked on a completely different YouTuber because it was just the quality was so good. It was so crisp. It looked so well.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about that is the lights.
Yeah, the lights.
I was a little hesitant to buy them at first, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, it
makes
looks
a
really
huge
good. I mean, I'm
difference.
blinded,
Yeah,
but it looks great.
Mom, are you
it gets
there?
a little warm, but once we knock this out, we'll be straight.
Yeah, man. I will tell you here. I'll give you a couple cool things that I've definitely encountered while being there. That I definitely think that both of you will enjoy. See, the one thing is that Richard got to come.
I did.
To Portland. He did.
We're gonna put some of those pictures in there.
Yeah, he got to experience like what I would do on a day off, and I tried to like kind of just go through my day off. But there's like this one thing that I would love to talk to you about. There's like a 5-story new and used bookstore
Really?
that I could probably make a movie about.
Shoot,
It's amazing.
that's wild.
Every single floor has different genres, like, and it's new and used. So
And like different names for the floor too. There's like the rose room or
the pink room, the purple room,
Gotcha,
the green
gotcha.
room.
Yeah.
They buy books. So say like I was really big into Batman for like an extreme amount of time, and just recently I started getting heavy into like mangas, really into certain series. So I took all of my Batman, traded them in, and they gave me like really good money for it.
Yeah.
Really good money for them.
Damn.
Yeah, and I ended up getting like the whole series and some mangas just because it's like that's how well they love books. I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, he was trying to explain this to me when we were going there because we actually had a great trip going there. He was like, hey, every Thursday I go into Portland. I want to show you my day. And I downloaded this app, and we got to ride public transportation, which I hadn't had the pleasure of doing
The
before.
scooters, right?
The scooters, yes,
like
but
actual like buses,
buses
and
and trains.
shit. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
So on the way there, I think we rode 2 buses and a train, And on the way back, I think we rode 3 buses and a train because we stayed out later, so we had to take like a different route or something. But we get into Portland, and he's like, "I'm gonna take you to this bookstore. It's really big." And I didn't understand the gravity of what he was saying. But then we walk in, and I'm like, "Oh, this is quaint." And there's like this hole in the wall, and we walk in, it's a whole other section. I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" And then there's stairs, and then there's stairs on those stairs, and then there's stairs over those stairs. Going. And every time we walk into a new place, I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" The top floor
is nothing but rare books.
Really?
And you have to have like a lanyard, and they give you the lanyard. Yeah, and you go in, and in some certain. I've never been into the rare book room because I don't have money to. No lie, I'm trying to buy manga. I'm not trying to buy like. But it's really awesome. Like the things, I think the one thing that I'm enjoying the most out there is the like learning, like just being by myself. First and foremost, like having to do everything. Like it's just really cool getting around, learning the city or whatever. But just like the history of it is really cool because it's not like South Carolina's old.
Yeah.
Like Beaufort's old.
Yeah.
Like Washington State is old, but not in comparison to like where we're from. You know. So it's just like really cool to learn. Just like how they're structured. It's very different, but in the same sense, like I said earlier, it's the same. It's people.
Would you say you went through kind of almost like a culture shock going over there?
Oh my gosh! At first, it was definitely different because the yes ma'am and no ma'am thing
didn't exist.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, that's
ma'am.
Yeah, and no, and see, it's not even like that. It's just more or less like. Yes,
natural politeness or whatever.
Yeah. It's just...
I know there's a couple of people who moved down here from the north, wherever that be, and they're like, "Oh, it's so weird. People down here say like yes ma'am, no ma'am, to like everything." I'm like, that's just like
that
was normal. Yeah, and other people.
Yeah, man. I mean, and
the first one.
I found myself not doing it as much, but not in the sense that like I'm
of like rudeness.
It's just like
cultural.
This
or whatever.
is how we talk to people. Yeah. It's awesome. I really want you guys both at the same time to visit so we can do something.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Be really cool.
Yeah.
Because I saw your recent trip to Atlanta. How was that?
I liked it.
Because I love Atlanta.
Yeah, I've only been there. Apparently, I've been there twice. The first time, I was a lot younger and I didn't remember, like the full trip. But I briefly remember going to the Martin Luther King Jr. like museum or whatever, and that's the only thing I really remember from that first trip. And so the second time we went over last week, I thought it was actually my first try. So we were going to drop Cameron off at the airport. He had a flight at 7 a.m. And the original plan was to like leave here at 12, get there at like 5 or 6, drop him off, wait for him to take off, and then book it right back. So I was like 10 hours driving. And I don't like driving long distances.
That sucks.
So I was not looking forward to it. And then my mom came in clutch and was like, "Hey, we'll drive it to Beaufort, stay the night, drive to Atlanta, stay the night, drive back to Beaufort, stay the night." So it was split into like...
And then drive back to where she lives, which is like 4.5 hours away.
So, I mean, she did a bulk of the driving. I did maybe 2 hours. You know, I don't like long distances.
What a shock.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't that the case with...
Utah?
Yeah. Oh, no, not Utah. Miami.
No. He saved our lives in Miami.
Did you drive?
Yeah.
I started, almost fell asleep like 4 times. So Elias was like the only one awake in the car. He's like, "Do you need me to drive?" I was like, "Please.
Okay.
Please."
Yeah. I don't do long distances, but like I can do like cities.
Okay.
Big burst.
There you go. And so, but yeah, I went there and we went to drop him off at the airport, but we got there a little earlier and went to Centennial Park. And you know, I don't know anything about Atlanta, so I started searching like things to do in Atlanta, and Centennial Park came up. Apparently, it's where the Olympics were held in '96 or something like that. So I mean, they have all the statues. That was pretty cool. And then I saw the Coca-Cola factory, and then the aquarium. I've always wanted to go to the aquarium.
Did y'all go into either of those?
No.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
The aquarium, at least. I think the Coca-Cola factory, it's not too expensive, but it's not like the aquarium.
Yeah. I want to go to the aquarium, but Marley said that I have to wait for her, so we're gonna make a weekend out of it. Yeah.
Is it like one of the biggest?
It's the biggest North American aquarium.
That's what I've heard.
And the second biggest aquarium in the world. The first being in Tokyo.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was big though. But we didn't go into it. We went walk around the park, saw a couple of the little statues and stuff, and then we went on the Ferris wheel, and that was pretty cool. It took about I think it was 40 minutes in line, and then about 15 minutes up there. But fortunately, I think for me, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but you do like 3 rotations, and then on your third one, they keep you up top. That way the people on the bottom can rotate passengers or whatever. So I got a pretty good view of Centennial Park and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Fortunately, it was windy and very cold. I like the cold.
Same.
And then they did a like a Chinese New Year walkthrough thing with like a bunch of like lights and statues, and we could see it clearly from the top of the Ferris wheel. And the darker it got, the cooler it looked. And I wanted to do it, but one, it was late. Two, the line was insanely long. I think it was opening night.
Oh yeah.
And it cost money.
Yeah.
Now we just spent on the Ferris wheel. So I said, I saw it. I'm good.
Yeah.
And then went to the hotel, and that was it. And then we came back and.
Well, I really thought it was cool that you went to Krog's Tunnel.
Yes. Okay, that's right. That was the next.
Thought that was probably the cool because that's not something. That's not something that. Because like you said, this is like your first adult trip to Atlanta. That's not something that people go to Atlanta and do unless they know people in Atlanta, or they have their mind to look shit up. Like
or
that.
Also the Walking Dead bridge or whatever it was. Yeah, I never watched the show, so I didn't understand the importance of it. But everyone kept telling me it's like a pivotal moment in the show or whatever.
Yeah, it's like the first episode, I think, is when they go into Atlanta and they. Rick tries that. Yeah, so whenever I lived in that area, I lived in the county that they filmed that whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they make so, like, how Beaufort makes money on the Marine Corps? Like, Sonoy County makes money on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. It's really crazy. It's
it was really cool. It was cool. I liked it. I would definitely go back. Comparatively to Beaufort, it's crazy.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it was crazy.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's hot.
And
Atlanta.
then we had they had the scooters. So Cameron and I have rode them before, and then my mom said, "Let me try it," and she almost fell.
Oof.
I have a recording of it. She didn't, but she was like, "How do you stop this thing?"
So we were in Portland, okay, and this is Richard abides by all the laws, and so
that's good.
So
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Every law. So sometimes in Portland, like the traffic kind of sucks, and if you're on the scooters. You just gotta go on the sidewalk sometimes.
And guess what it says on the scooter?
No sidewalks.
No sidewalks.
Yeah. But you gotta do it sometimes, Like you just got.
That's funny. Yeah, there was a sign in Centennial Park that said no scooters or anything, and I saw at least 5 people booking around it.
Yeah, well, there's on the sticker that said no sidewalks. It said what the fine was gonna be if you get caught on it. I'm
like, I don't want to pay that.
I'm on vacation. I'm not trying to pay a fine. Like, I could use that money for something else.
They can't find you if they can't catch you.
Exactly. Scooters are fast.
Unless they got their scooters.
Oh,
do you see cops on scooters?
Segways.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I really do.
The Segways.
Yeah, there's definitely cops on Segways. In Atlanta
popping
too.
tricks on scooters while arresting people.
Yeah, I saw them on Segways. So
we were down at the waterfront in Portland, and there was this it's where like the sidewalk was going, but like. Outside of the sidewalk, there was like a barrier, but it was kind of like a ramp.
Yeah.
And there was like a ramp.
No, I thought they lifted up almost like a drain thing.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I legitimately ramped it. Like on my.
Oh, no. I remember that.
Okay.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I was thinking about those skateboarders.
Okay. Yeah.
That we saw in Portland.
Yeah, I tried doing something like that, but the opposite. There were a couple stairs. I was gonna like book it down the stairs.
Oh yes.
But I didn't want to do
it.
That. Well, maybe next time.
Maybe next time. When you come and visit in Portland?
Next week.
Next week.
Of 2 years.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, writing that down, and I'm going to make you sign that.
2
years.
years.
Damn, is that time already? Does it rain a lot?
Oh, every day.
Nonstop?
Every day.
I've heard that.
But it's not rain. It's not rain. It's mist.
Okay.
It's worse than rain.
So it's like foggy?
Yeah, all the time. I can see the sun maybe once every week.
That's wild. Yeah, I read I forget if it was an article or something. I heard somewhere that Washington is like the most depressive state.
And
the highest suicide rates.
People were just telling me that.
That's what I thought about Seattle, which is in Washington.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I heard. I think I heard it was specifically
Seattle.
Seattle.
People were just telling me that about Washington State, how it has like the biggest rate of X, Y, and Z, and I'm just like,
I think it was like suicidal rates and depression just because there's like lack of sun.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but in the same sense, it's like
correlation is not causation.
Oof.
Got him.
But I do feel like
Epstein didn't kill himself.
Ooh, is that the first one of 2020 for you? Okay,
that's the first one for the paperback glove.
Okay, that's the first one for the paperback glove.
Yeah, this is not sponsored yet
by Epstein not killing himself.
Yeah, no, you sound like Jared.
I think that's the only times we can. I think third time is just gonna be trashy now.
Yeah, probably.
Second time.
Epstein didn't kill himself, so.
Oh, there we go.
God bless.
So you sound like Jared over here with all his quotes.
Yeah, Jared. He does the quotes.
He did on our podcast episode.
It was a good time. That was a really good episode.
You know what? I was mad jealous about that.
That was a good one.
It was a really good one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that episode a lot.
Yeah, that was our first Discord podcast or episode or whatever, and I got to work out the kinks, but I'm glad we started one because now I know we can do more.
Yeah.
But it was a good episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
We asked him some question. He was like, "I am," and then like went blank for a second. And he said, "God," like almost like it's just like God. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I stopped before he goes, "I am God." I was like, "You're God." He goes, "Don't put that in there.
Cut that out of it."
Yeah, but I did hear about that at Seattle. I definitely want to go because I actually follow a bunch of like photographers who are based in Seattle, and the Space Needle is just like super photogenic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna clear things up right now and say I've never been to Seattle except for at the airport.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very real with
How
you.
far are you
I
from
live 2
Seattle?
hours south of Seattle.
Okay.
So where
some
I
change.
am,
I think like here to Savannah, but what's 2 hours from here?
Columbia.
Yeah,
Really?
it's about
Okay.
from here to Columbia.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can take a Bolt bus, and what a Bolt bus is just like a type of public transportation, but it's almost like a Greyhound.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little bit cheaper, and I can get to Seattle in about 3.5 hours because they only make like 2 stops, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's the major thing that I'm like so grateful for because I obviously moved out there with no form of transportation, and I've had
Except your feet.
except for my feet and my bike. I bought a bike, which is probably the best investment that I've ever made because
It's like gym.
yeah, I work that and yoga. I've started yoga.
Really?
Very hard.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Hardcore.
yeah,
Very into it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
it's good for it's good for my mind because now that I'm out there and I have nothing, I don't have a TV, I don't have a computer, I
That's
don't have a
wild.
Switch.
That's
I don't have any form of
wild.
entertainment other than my phone. So now I have to find ways to entertain myself. I've been
That's
reading a lot.
Well, that's good.
Reading
That's a good
lot.
alternative.
Yeah.
But no,
we
I
can get
couldn't.
after the podcast. We can get super into some Star Wars shit, some super Star Wars stuff.
I've watched the movie. That's the extent of my knowledge.
You watched the new movie?
Richard has.
I haven't, so it's just
Spoiler alerts. We're not talking about the movie. Yeah, no. So I've been reading a lot, but then yoga has helped me with frustration. Helped me with being frustrated that I'm alone because you get frustrated.
Yeah, is it like a routine thing or just kind of?
It's every day at either right before I go to work or right when I get home from work. But it's more or less like I use it for the meditation and the stretching more than the workout. I just get the workout now.
Yeah.
Like it's just now that I'm into it so much, it's like starting to affect my body and it's awesome.
That's good. I know we just started going to the gym.
I was about to say you boys
That
been
is,
getting
Maybe.
we're gonna change the podcast name to the Swole Bros.
I like that.
It's painful and exhausting, but I'm glad we're doing it.
Yeah, today's leg day, and it's the last day of the week for us to do it, or working out. So we're gonna have 2 days off after this.
So the real question is, will you keep the intensity after your days off?
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah. I'm
We
actually
just
looking
spent $50 on products to go to the gym, so
Yeah, like
we better.
workout and some protein stuff. Yeah, I'm telling you though, big shout out to Justin because without him, we'd be just doing press and cardio.
Yeah, Jay
Nothing else.
Cock, you the man's.
Yeah, because I'm like, I mean, we can look up programs and stuff, but we can't.
Yeah, so
I couldn't learn the techniques or the form from the videos as well as he's like hands on.
Yeah, so we went. He
and
went
stuff.
4 days, and I went 3 days in a row. And we took 2 days off because he went to Atlanta, and then
We've
after
gone
those
since
2 days,
Friday.
Justin came with us. So today will be the 5th day of going with Justin. So we're gonna have a whole week worth of working out with him and him showing us the techniques of things and the best practices. So.
And it's going to be very easy once he's gone to cheat on those techniques.
Well, we
So
agreed
keep
to
yourself
hold
in
each other
check.
accountable.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep
Yeah.
yourself in check. Real
Yeah.
talk.
As long as we're going together. I mean, I know the next weekend's gonna be a little iffy because you're going to Myrtle Beach or whatever, but
Yeah.
Well, the one
I'm sure
thing,
after we get back.
Dirty
from that.
Myrtle.
don't be looking at the scales though. With the way, with what y'all are doing in the gym, don't pay attention to the scale.
I don't even, is there even a
Good.
scale?
Oh,
in
I'm
this
just,
think
gym?
so.
hey,
I have one, but I haven't. You know.
because y'all are going to be
Crack.
building muscle mass.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be. Yeah. I'm excited for you guys. That's just not how I want to look.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to look like Mike Tyson. I want to look
No,
like Michael
I don't
Phelps.
think I
you know what I'm saying?
do either.
You look like Manny Pacquiao if he never went boxing and ate a lot of pudding all his life
Yeah, something
with
like
a
that.
beard.
Thanks, Rich. I actually am pretty slim now.
You've literally always been slim.
No, don't.
I a little slimmer than when he left.
I'm blushing a little bit.
Oh. Yeah, when you get back, we gonna be.
Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
I'm be able to make these things move over here.
I have mad faith in the both of you.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it just
mad faith.
progressively gets worse, but also I know it's gonna be better in the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, I'm just.
I'm gonna
Well,
do
let's
this
be
and get
honest.
through my shirt.
I do yoga and I ride my bike every single day. Yoga bike, but that doesn't stop me from eating snacks at 2 a.m.
Oh, I have a rule not to eat after 10 anymore.
Okay, well I'm glad
yeah,
that you
that's a
stick by your
hard
rules.
rule.
Yeah,
I tried. I can't.
I'm
That's
saying I'm a snacker.
Yeah, if I don't eat, literally right before, like if I close the restaurant, if I don't eat right before we close, I won't eat for the rest of the night.
That's good
wild.
for you.
I'll drink water.
Yeah, I know water is a huge thing for me too.
Same.
The more you drink, the less like hungry I feel or whatever. But also, I'm not a morning person.
It's like that with meth.
True.
The more you do, the less hungry you get, and the more meth crazy you get.
Well, for me, I'm not a morning person, so I'd rather eat late, sleep in, and then whatever, as opposed to
meth will probably help out with that too.
all right, well, I'll give it a shot, man.
I've literally, I can see you. I
Basically-
can see you losing weight in your face.
Yeah, because
Really?
So it's
I'd
been
rather
working.
not wake up early, make breakfast. I'd rather sleep in longer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we've been going to the gym sometimes 11 at night, and then we'll stay there till almost
1
1.
or 2,
and
going to bed at 2,
And then we
waking up at
work
8.
all day the next
Yeah,
day,
no,
like at
because
9 to 10.
I'm sleeping at mom's house, and you come in, and I'm just like, oh crap, he's just now getting in from the gym.
Yeah, it's been
But
a
I'm
rough
telling you,
week.
my little brother is a animal.
Yeah, well,
No,
I
he
think
is.
He's
we
an
probably
animal.
get a little more working out done in that time, just because he's also showing us the ropes. So before we
Yeah.
start a new workout, he's explaining the same thing instead of saying, "Hey, we're gonna do these supersets of this, this, and this," and us automatically know what this, and this
Right.
is.
Yeah.
You know, so he's like, "Okay, this is how you want to hold it. This is where we're gonna put this. This is exactly how many times you're gonna do it."
He's a very good teacher.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think
definitely.
he gives himself enough credit for that. He can really break down something without getting frustrated. That's something that I don't have. I can't, like, if I understand something to a T 100% and you don't at least have a grasp on what I'm talking about, I'm going to get frustrated.
When he gets back from school, we're gonna have him on, and he's gonna tell y'all about it.
Yeah, but I was too greedy about tonight, and I said, no, tonight will be the boys.
And here we are, still talking about it.
Now we're here talking about Justin. Here we are.
That's fine.
Again, shout out Jay Cock.
Jaycock.
Yeah,
That's my
solid.
bro.
Oh
Man.
man.
So, what's your least favorite thing about being in Portland?
Missing you guys. No. For real, though.
He said, "Screw that stuff."
No, I'm gonna be real with you. The worst thing about living in Portland now that I live there and going downtown isn't like so like, oh yay, this is awesome. It's more like, okay, I'm going downtown. It's waiting for buses, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, right now it's so cold.
Oh my gosh.
Even when I was there a couple weeks ago,
Does
I
it
was
snow
like,
there?
So it snowed 3 times since I've been there, and it was consecutive 3 nights in a row, and it snowed very, very early in the morning, like 1, 2 in the morning, and it snowed for maybe 30 minutes. If you'd have asked me before I moved to Washington how much I thought it would snow, I would have told you it would have been blanket and snow all year round. Now they're telling me it rarely snows.
really?
Interesting.
We're right by the port though. Like we're right by water. So like something about that it just
The atmospheric pressure and shit.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'm not a scientist.
Theoretically.
One of my
But-
buddies was telling me I'm having such bad migraines because of the barometric pressure. I said, "Excuse me,
I'm gonna say that at work.
what type of pressure?"
Like, I think I'm gonna have to take the rest of the day off. The biometric pressure just.
Yo,
on
you
my
get that
dome.
barometer on you?
But now when he explained to me what it was, not that I didn't know what it was, because I did.
Yeah, he's smart as fuck. He reads books now.
I read books now and shit.
from that 5-story comic book store.
Hey, it sells other books too.
Yo, I'm on level 4 this week. Like
Yo,
book
but
reps.
so what's crazy though is on Tinder, if you go on Tinder around Portland, all the girls on Tinder are like, "Just take me to Pal's bookstore." It's like, girl, I'm there every single Thursday. Where you at?
Hey, you take me. How about that?
But yeah, no. When he explained to me the barometric pressure thing and that he came from New Mexico, it made sense because it doesn't rain in New Mexico
Because they're
ever.
filled with bears.
Shut the
Yeah, yeah. And
Those
what
New
beats
Mexican
bears?
Battlestar Galactica. Yes.
Yo.
Sorry, you can have one too.
Yeah, The Office. We'll
Man,
turn
I
it to an
miss you
office
guys.
podcast.
This just feels too natural to leave.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're gonna figure it out. Have you on Discord again. One thing I liked when I was in Portland, Brandon took me to these food trucks, right?
Hold that.
4 minutes.
And I had the most wonderful experience. He went to a stand that was called Eggy Pocket, and it's like a hot pocket, but with egg and shit all
good.
up in it. And I had a bite of it, and it was
Yeah.
wonderful. I went to this Greek place, and I had a wrap with lamb and falafel in it. I didn't know what falafel was. I had to
I
look
still
it
don't.
up. It's like mashed up chickpeas made into a ball and then like fried. So, have you ever had a hush puppy? That's the closest thing I can like
Describe it
as
compare
without
to.
like having like the
Taste of
onion in
hummus.
it. And they're like really crispy, right? So this guy was like, "Hey, normally get number one." I add falafel to it, so good. I'm like, I looked at everything else, came back. I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna get what you said. You always
Kind of
get."
like at Zunzi's.
It was
I
so
just do whatever you
good.
do.
It was.
It was so
The
good.
food, the hands down, the food is the best part about the city.
So
the
good.
food, because you can get any type of food, any like from around the world at any time, whenever,
You need to start a food vlog.
and it's beautiful. It's awesome.
That'd be cool.
We gonna cut it at 30?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can. Yeah.
Yeah. Too short, guys. But
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna take the outro, guys.
Okay. Well, it's good having you back.
It's good to be back, and this was another episode of the Paper Bag Podcast.
Paper Bag Club
Same fucking thing.
podcast. TM.
Come on.
That was the
Shit, that was a noise.
That sounded like a bass drop.
I don't want this to end.
Oh, you say you got 2 minutes. Let's just sit here in silence.
Oh, yeah.
In memoriam.
Cut this out a little bit.
Yeah, you can put some bloopers in because your boy's about to hit his vape, and that's a rule that we can't do live. So
I guess it's better than hitting the
you gotta
toilet.
cut this.
True.
But we did ride the scooters all over
We
Portland.
spent like $40 a piece on the scooters.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was my next question though. When I was in Utah, we did it. I spent about 20 over the course of like 30 minutes.
Nah, dude, we spent all day on
Yeah.
them riding. We
wild.
went over like 3 because Portland has like 19 different bridges entering to Portland, and we went over at least 3 of
yeah,
them.
it was a great time.
Including the main one, which is called like the Steel Bridge. Is this the main bridge that gets from Jensen Beach to Portland from Washington? And it was unreal because I've gone over that bridge a million times. I've never rode under it on a scooter.
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
a bike path where you ride the scooters the whole
that's
way
cool.
right over it.
So
now you're
cool.
just going all the way as fast as you can over it.
I'm so glad that we just did a Portland podcast and not mention homeless people because that's not what I want to talk about.
Still rolling.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okie doke.
that was awesome.
Artichoke.
Cool.
Oh, I'll go home tomorrow, guys.